Hello everyone, I am Hexagons Tessegons.
Hi, I'm Europe's Gallo 8. Yep.
You're so creative.
Well, at least I didn't skip Europe's Gallo 9 when asking, what's Europe's Gallo 10?
But that's not something that was made public, and I just got an email. Well, anyway, this is a Eurovision debate.
Yes.
Possibly one of the most interesting ones so far.
Yes.
Because she has the Georgia, but I have... What's it called again?
Australia?
No, the other one.
Australia?
That's the one. I have Australia. Not to be confused with Australia. So this is going to be an interesting debate.
I have Georgia, the country, not to be confused with the state in America.
Which can go and sleep with itself because Georgia is original Georgia. So go to bed, America.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, have you prepared a coin to toss off, or would you like to volunteer to go first?
Heads!
Faptastic.
That means I'm going first.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You're fucking it.
This isn't McDonald's, you're a cross-dressing
It's a cross-dressing baby.
Yes.
Anyway, so round one, to make opening remarks and bold assertions and claims that Georgia is the best country, you have 2 minutes to poke yourself in ways that make noises, except without using your hands. But you can use your hands if you want. This got weird quickly. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Georgia! It's a country that exists near the Russian border. I'm so good at geography. Anyway, they debuted in 2007, and they are the second of the Caucasus. There we go. To debut, following after Armenia debuted in 2006, and Azerbaijan will debut in 2008. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Georgia, who debuted in 2007. They have only failed to qualify for a final twice. Their highest placing in a semi-final was third, with 106 points. That was in 2010. And we did come stone dead last year with 3 Minutes to Earth, but granted that was a bit of a strange song that year, so what were they expecting? But we have sent a gem of a song this year, Warrior, the Nina Sublati version. And granted, they did have the help of Jason, but that makes it a decent-ish song. Anyway, that's not the only time they've had help from Jason. They've also submitted Waterfall in 2013, and that came 15th. Yay! We have sent a lot of interesting songs, a lot of good songs. We haven't failed to appear outside of the top 20, except for the times that we didn't qualify, but that's because we didn't qualify. Anyway, we didn't compete in 2009 because we were asked to change some lyrics to the song that we wanted to submit, but we didn't want to something to do with money, so we just withdrew outright and paid a withdrawing late fee. But we came back in 2010 in high spirits and high hopes with a song called Shine.
Doop, 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 fluty, 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 flute. I don't know the song.
I ran out of time, didn't I?
You ran out of funky flute.
Yes, I did. Anyway, that was interesting.
Indeed. It sounded like you said they got help from Jesus.
Jason is not Jesus.
True that. It's not like, and on the 8th day the Lord and Saviour descended upon Georgia and said, you shall send a waterfall to Malmö. Like you are sailing on a sea of cheese.
And 2 years later he doth appeared to the Georgians again, saying, this meat needs more drums. This meat's more drums?
Because it's just... Your brain is stuck in pounding meat mode.
You can
Partly because Jason's songs are such fan wanks. I made it relevant.
You can shush. Anyway, 2 minutes on the clock for you to say why Australia is the best at cheesy cheese. What is it with cheese in these videos? Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Wah!
Good day, mate. This is Australia calling. I'm so brilliant with accent. No, but Australia is, in fact, the very best country to ever grace the Eurovision stage, and they've not even set foot on the stage. Well, they kind of have. Because Australia have shown interest since at least the 70s. You know, that they first broadcast the contest in 1983, and they've done so ever since. So they've kind of participated since then, just without sending a song. Then, as of 2006, they showed the UK broadcast, and then from 2008 onwards, they actually sent their own commentators, and they've also shown the junior contest since 2009, and they showed the Eurovision Dance Contest in the 2008 edition. And from 2010 onwards, they voted in the finals, but it's not counted for anything because they haven't taken part. But now they're going to take part in 2015. It's such a massive event for the 2015, the 60th anniversary contest. Guy Sebastian representing Australia for the first time. There is so much hype. Very wow. Australia technically took part last year with Jessica Mauboy last year. Sea of Flags. Again, did well. It was only an interval act then, but this is huge news, Australia taking part. And we don't need this long convoluted history, or short convoluted history in Georgia's case, to be the better country, because this is Australia. This thrives on hype alone, just like Ukulele, which actually got funded in less than a day. But Australia is the ukulele of Eurovision, and they're only going up from here because they have so much potential. They got Guy Sebastian, they got Jessica Mauboy, they got Sia, Delta Goodrem, all these artists who are champing at the bit to take part of the contest, because the Australians love the contest like the rest of us should. They love it like they do. Love it like they do. And Australia are definitely going places, and if they win this year, they'll be back again next year, but I think they're going to be back again anyway because they're just that brilliant. Also, if they win, they get to co-host the contest the following year. They can't take it down under with them, but they're going to do their damnedest to fund a spectacular contest up here with a European city. So they may be the special exemption, but they are milking it for all it's worth, and rightly so, because what? Okay, just whipping out your phone and funky fluting at me. You put that away.
We've got emus in Romania, dingoes in Albania, and speedos on the genitalia. Is all I have to say to that. Thought I'd get that out of the way before...
Yeah, I thought you'd get the genitals out of your face, just to make it a bit easier to debate. Anyway, we're swooving miftily into round 2, where we have 1 minute each to directly attack the things what we have said in the first round, and nothing else there apart from sides, but with the besides of there so upon being. I said smart words.
Of course you did. You're a big boy. She says condescendingly.
I feel so loved. And yet, if I were to say you're a big girl, then you'd get offended and start fatting or something. I don't know how women work. Anyway, you have a minute to attack the shrimps on my barbecue with your warrior or something. I don't know. In 3, 4, 5, go.
Well, you made some interesting points there, Tess. So,
Ready.
you're debuting this year as an actual country. Well done! You also forgot to mention that you have Mary Gino Doherty, which will be performing as part of the Armenian group. She will also be representing Australia, so technically it's kind of like you're participating 1.5. Or 1 1/7. Nailed it. Anyway, so you had an interval act in 2014, The Sea of Flags. So beautiful. You lift me up into the sky and guide me home. That was... I wonder if she wasn't the interval act for Eurovision, would that song still exist? Anyway, they've had interest since the 70s. Well, why haven't they... why haven't they expressed it sooner? But
Doop 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 doopity doop 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 doop. You're fucking up.
was that the end of time, or...
Yes, it was.
Ah, fuck. It's
the end of the world as we know it.
But yeah, what I meant to say was, why didn't they express interest, like, sooner, like, broadcast it in the 70s and stuff? Or did they, and I'm just being a dumb fuck? I'm being dumb. I am dumber than Yuki at this point, because you have a minute to say why Georgia sucks. And we're talking about the country, not the state. Just so we're clear. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, first of all, Georgia is one of the few countries in Europe, in fact possibly the only, to have orgy in its name. Just say it 3 times fast, you'll hear it. Anyway, like, last year, The Shin, and Mariko, like, I liked the song personally, but what the fuck were you expecting to happen apart from a stone-dead abject failure in last place? And this year, sending Nina subletting with the help of Jason on the drums. Like, what? Also, can I just point out the obvious elephant in the room? You essentially got disqualified, but just pussied out to avoid any actual penalties of getting disqualificated. Also, your national broadcaster looks like it should stand for Great British Bounds, rather than Georgian Public Broadcaster, because that's such an original name. And admittedly, it was semi-noble to attack Putin in the way that you did, but, I mean, come on. It's not worth risking your reputation at Eurovision to do so. And you failed to qualify twice, and your best placing is 9th. Australia, we're guaranteed a brilliant place because we're Australia. Also, we've never had to rely on Jason, so suck on that.
That's because Australians don't know who Jason is.
And rightly so.
I wonder, if Jason wrote an entry for the UK, would people like it more?
I don't know.
And by people, I think you know the people I mean.
Oh, the old gay advocates of Eurovision.
Uh-huh.
By which I mean the OGAE.
Uh-huh.
The professional fan wankers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They like anything Jason.
Anyway, and or Swedish. So, on that heavily masturbatory note, we will glide with such lubrication into round 3, where we have a minute and a half on the clock each to defend our points against the blatant attacks that we just made, to get up on a 90-degree cliff, crave that mineral, come out for a good time, and feel so attacked right now. So, on that note, your defence of Georgia and your closing statements commenceth in... what numbers again? Pi, I, square root of -1, which I think is also I. Go.
Square root of -I. Okay, you can math. Yes, we essentially got disqualified in 2009, but we withdrew to avoid disqualification. Which still sounds kind of bad now that you think about it, but the year before we sung about peace, and Russia invaded our southern Ossetia. And, well, can you really blame us for attacking Putin after that? Really? I mean, this is probably why Ukraine isn't taking part, because they don't want to attack Putin in such a way. Granted, people have already attacked Putin, like saying he's the guy from the not the Go Compare advert, the Money Supermarket advert. Anyway, this is beside the point. Georgia have sent fairly decent entries. We have never failed to come outside the top 20. You are right, our best placing is 9th with 136 points. Australia's best placing is yet to be seen. Why? Because last year they were just an interval act with the dingoes in Romania, emus in Albania and speedos on the genitalia, and the Jessica Malfoy and the weird astronaut guy. And this year they're debuting properly with Guy Sebastian, and tonight's so good. Anyway, their result is yet to be seen. But we already have a list of good results decently under our belt. So, yeah, Georgia. Yeah. You missed out the fact that we came...
I forgot the tune.
We came third.
I was trying to funky flute.
We came third in the
semi-final. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, shit. You don't have to compete in semi-finals.
Because we're just so brilliant, and you're, like... We're so fetched that we wear pink on Wednesdays.
I am a caucus. You can't sit with us. Caucus. Is that even how I'm pronounced? Is that how you pronounce it? Caucus? Caucasus?
Wait, if you're from the Caucasus, why are you white? Oh my god, Australia, you can't ask people why they're white.
Eurovision mean girls. That should be a thing.
Oh, dear, oh, giddy left testicle.
Our name is Australia, and before we were just some awesome mates down under, and now it's goodbye the Pacific Ocean, and hello Eurovision. because that's a thing. Let's make
now
it a
I
thing.
really want to imagine the personification of Sweden getting hit by a bus.
Let's
Too
make
far?
let's make that a thing. Anyway, you have a minute and a half to say why Australia is better than Georgia. 3, 2, 1, go.
I actually forget the points you made against me, so I'm just going to wing it ever so slightly. But Australia, yes, we're technically making a debut as an independent country this year, but we've had Australian people take part before, like Olivia Neutron-Bomb and others, Gina G, I think. There have been other Australians take part in the past, is my point, including Marie-Jeanne for Armenia this year. And, other countries have done that, like Slovenia, Serbia, Montenegro, and Croatia, etc., back when they were Yugoslavia, so we're kind of Yugoslaving on the back of other countries, except this time we've gained our independence. So, yeah, tonight's so good because we're going to do tonight again. Every year we're going to get the best position. You can't even touch us. And we will lead the way. I'd maybe open the door for a junior Eurovision participation because Georgia are just the fan-wanky Swedes of the junior contest, which is hardly fair on everyone else. But Australia, we're currently 4th in the OJE poll of this year's contest. And Georgia, nowhere to be seen, so sit the fuck down. Even the UK's got points in that, they're just not in the top 5. But Australia, number 4, so roll to suck a fat one, if you will. But yeah, Australia, best country. Never had to be disqualified. We've taken part, we've put intense effort in, arguably more so than Georgia, who waited until 2007 to debut. We've wanted to debut since the 70s or the 80s, and we've only just been given the opportunity because 60th anniversary and generosity, and Jan Orla Sand, who is the loveliest motherfucker. Was that the funky flute or the funky fart? Is my time even up? Or are you just jamming?
Your time's been up.
Yes, what? That doesn't really answer my question.
Your time's been up. Your time has been up.
Oh. Well then, that's the debate. So you lovely people, who do you think won? Answers in the comments below or on a postcard, whatever suits. And who's next? We shall decide right now. EuropeScal08 will flip a coin, and whoever wins the coin toss can decide if they have the first country or the second country I draw out of a hat, and then once we've decided that, I will draw countries out of a hat at random, and then we will see who gets to debate in favour of whom next time. Are you going to toss that bloody coin or not? You're going to give it blue coin balls.
I'm waiting for you to stop talking!
So time efficient, Jesus Christ.
Heads!
Teds? What the fuck is a Tedsiest?
It's heads.
So you get to decide then?
I will have the second country that you draw out of that lovely hat.
Well then let's get to the draw. Oh, I can do it tonight again. Oh, you chose poorly. Morocco. Because Morocco sent a brilliant song. They're so easy to defend. You've literally lost out on the easiest debate.
No, I haven't. Not really.
Funny enough, you're debating in favour of the country that's right up against them, testicularly. Gibraltar, by which I mean Spain. But even though Gibraltar's part of the UK, kind of. But anyway, Spain, fanwanks and failures. Morocco, the best song that ever happened in 1980. Of the 1980 songs.
Le Papa Penguin, Auto Stop, Terminal...
Oh, come on.
No, Terminal 3 was a few years later. What's another year? There we go.
I say. Anyway, I have been continuing to be Tessellating Hexagons, and I'm going to have a piss easy time next week.
And I've been EuropeScal08, and I get to defend another Jason song. Yay.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.